You can walk into any locally owned pizza parlor, bowling alley, or second-run movie theater and purchase a fountain drink, affectionately known as Cherry. You may or may not have heard of it. We certainly have. It's one of our favorites, and it's always a treat when restaurants carry it. Only recently did we notice how strange it was that there was a seemingly brandless soda sitting alongside heavy hitters such as Pepsi, Mountain Dew, and Dr. Pepper. Thus, the generic cherry soda mystery was born.
We started the initial investigation in the most obvious way, Googling it. Unfortunately, this did not get us very far. Most images and information we found were about the cherry flavors of popular colas, so we had to pivot. After educating ourselves about soda fountains and other cold beverage equipment, we came to understand that what we were looking for was a valve label, matching the generic cherry image that we know and love. Once we found this label, currently being sold by Apex Beverage Equipment Distribution, we realized our questions were far from being answered. Apex had no information available about which bag-in-box syrup concentrate was intended to be used alongside the generic cherry label. After hitting this dead end, we decided to reach out to different sources, including the equipment companies, to see if they could provide further insight. The responses we got were lacking. None of the distributors we reached out to had answers about the syrup associated with the generic cherry valve label, due to these distributors not selling any soda syrups themselves. All of this to say, the traditional research methods we used did not give us the information we were looking for.
Because of the limited information online, it was obvious we needed more concrete answers. We thought, why not visit the local businesses where we remember seeing the valve label? The businesses we know we can trust to deliver an amazing cherry soda. As cherry soda aficionados, it was easy to recall the places that carry it, even easier to drive to all of them and indulge. When we asked the employees which syrup and bag-in-a-box they used, we found that the mystery of generic cherry soda extends to the businesses themselves, with answers like, I have no clue, and it's the same as all the businesses around here, and even the enthusiastically incorrect answer of, cheer wine? It's not cheer wine. It was easy to get more entangled in the mystery. But there was one answer, striking like a blue beacon in the night. It was something we already suspected, but when the cashier at the pizza parlor answered with confidence that the distributor was Pepsi, we got another lead. It is true that most of the machines were Pepsi machines, which aren't hard to come by in North Carolina, considering North Carolina's history with Pepsi. Pepsi's history because of North Carolina, North Carolina's history because of Pepsi. Pepsi was invented in New Bern, North Carolina by Caleb Davis Bradham, a pharmacy apprentice who dropped out of school and later opened a drugstore in downtown New Bern. In 1893, he invented Brad's drink, and it soon became an overnight sensation. He renamed it Pepsi-Cola in 1898, and thus the Pepsi-Cola Company was born. It continued to grow until World War II sugar rations strained the business. They declared bankruptcy in 1923 and sold their assets to Craven Holding Corporation, ending North Carolina's ownership of the company, but never their pride. Growing up in North Carolina, we are more attuned to the Coke versus Pepsi battle. North Carolina is the epicenter of, is Pepsi okay, when you ask for Coke at restaurants? We'd know, and we're the kind of people that answer yes. Pepsi is okay. Trapped in the middle of the Pepsi versus Coke turf war, it's okay to ask for Coke, but it's also okay to say yes to Pepsi. In North Carolina, it's easy to love Pepsi. It's natural to love Pepsi. Because of the hometown pride, it was easy for Pepsi to clinch deals with local businesses, even into the far reaches of North Carolina. But the home field advantage didn't hold for long as the cola wars rolled in. Due to these mutually scathing marketing campaigns, Pepsi wasn't the only option anymore. Pepsi has long since struggled under the thumb of Coca-Cola. For this reason, Coca-Cola has made itself comfortable, even in the once impenetrable North Carolina. Generic cherry soda appears to be a dying product, left only in the caring hands of local businesses that contract with Pepsi. This hones in the search, solidifies that this is way more regional than we thought. We don't know any of the places outside of North Carolina that carry this, so if you live outside of North Carolina and have this, we'd love to know where. In some ways, this investigation raised more questions than answers, but a surprising solution rose from the bubbles during our fieldwork. At the bowling alley, we got a break in the case with a valve label known as Patio. Growing up, we remember Patio Red Cherry from Bojangles, also a North Carolina invention, but we didn't think it was the same thing since it didn't come up in our research of valve labels for cherry soda. Also, it appeared to be established as its own brand, one that isn't generic like other valve labels suggest. Once we knew what to look for, we got some answers. Patio is historically Pepsi's healthy soda, invented in 1963 as fitness promoter Debbie Drake's soda line for diabetics. Ironically, Red Cherry was the only one of their 9 sodas that included sugar. Perhaps because of this, it is also one of 2 that are still in production now, alongside the wildly popular Diet Pepsi. There isn't much information about this product, but Mad Men featured it in 3 episodes as they worked on an advertising campaign inspired by Anne Margaret's opening number in Bye Bye Birdie. As we've remembered, Patio Red Cherry was available as a soda fountain choice at Bojangles' Tri-Arc franchise locations in Central North Carolina, but no longer appears on the Bojangles website as of June 2024. Armed with this new information, we were able to confirm one other restaurant stocking Patio as opposed to generic cherry. The lovely people at Windy City Grill even allowed me to go back into the kitchen and see the bag-in-a-box setup for myself. It was no longer a shock, but glaring confirmation that Patio is still prevalent in North Carolina, hiding in plain sight in local Pepsi-sponsored spots. But this begs the question, why did they not use the Patio valve label? As far as Patio being the answer to the mystery, it raises even more questions. Why is this the only image of it on the PepsiCo website? Does PepsiCo use this stock image so vendors can choose one of the generic labels? If so, why did the bowling alley have a different label altogether? Is this an AI-generated label created by a company that didn't want to purchase the Patio valve label? Are all generic cherry labels hiding the Patio red cherry syrup behind them? Why did the other restaurants evade our questions about which syrup they use? Does Patio taste different from other generic cherry sodas? Let's put a pin in that and address the giant, non-generic cherry soda in the room.
Cherry Fanta. Maybe you've heard of it. While not immensely popular today, Cherry Fanta is probably the most recognizable cherry soda on the market, which is strange due to how little information is available about the soda. Owned by the Coca-Cola Company, Fanta is a popular line of soft drinks that are traditionally fruit-flavored, the most popular and noteworthy being the orange Fanta variant. Today, Cherry Fanta is only available as a fountain beverage since being discontinued in the bottle or can formats in 2020. Delivery services like Instacart claim that the cans and bottles are in stock at different grocers, which is evil since that is categorically false. Strangely, the cherry flavor is not listed on the Coca-Cola website alongside the lineup of Fanta flavors, and there's generally very little information across the internet about it, even on the soda fandom wiki. In our experience, Cherry Fanta is also a soda that is mostly found in mom-and-pop or locally owned establishments that carry Coke products, similar to the locations you would find generic cherry soda. Kinda. Since the rollout of the famous Coke Freestyle machine in 2009, Cherry Fanta has been available at any establishment that uses the Freestyle machine, such as AMC Theaters, Five Guys, or Wendy's. Due to the technology used to produce the Coke Freestyle drinks, we have questions about its accuracy to the actual Cherry Fanta fountain drink that can be found on standard soda fountains.
So, does Patio taste different from other generic cherry sodas? To answer this question, we collected 7 samples from local establishments, 5 generic labels, and 2 cherry Fantas, one of which is from Wendy's Freestyle machine. We took the ice out, kept them cool and sealed in airtight containers until we conducted our very scientific experiment. Our goal is to determine if there's a difference between generic, Patio, and cherry Fanta syrup. And I'm going to try to rank them into 3 categories. That is,
I don't remember my sorting.
Generic, Fanta, and Patio. Okay, that one's very different. 3 is different from all the rest. Generic, I think, is these 4. Oh, it's because I know what this one is.
Well, yeah, that one's.
That one, yeah.
God
No,
awful.
I did. That one's Fanta. I said that these are generic. These are the generics. This is Fanta. This is Patio. So Fanta, we have determined, is different. This one, in my opinion, is the best out of all of them. The fountain Fanta cherry is the best. And what we need to determine now are these different from this? Are these also patio and we just couldn't get confirmation? Or is patio just a separate thing and then we don't know what these syrups are? That's what we need to determine. And those taste different. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense. This one?
This is not patio. This is not patio. I need you to taste these. That's not patio. I don't know what to tell you. That's not patio.
These taste extremely different.
They're very different.
See? Fanta has the best and the worst.
It's range. So, in last place, we have Fanta from the Freestyle machine at Wendy's.
You can see the color variation. It's off.
Yeah.
Something's not right about it. Then we have
Second to last place, Circus Hall of Cream.
like we know what we're talking about here. Circus Hall of Cream. Then we have North Hickory Market.
Right.
Windy City Grill. Confirmed patio.
Confirmed middle. That's the middleman.
Amalfi's.
Amalfi's.
Generic. Penn Station. Patio. And our girl Village Inn. Fanta Cherry. In conclusion, we have boiled it down to 4 main points. 1. Patio is a Pepsi-owned syrup that has been confirmed in at least 2 local Pepsi fountain machines, one of which uses the generic cherry valve label, but there must be more out there. 2. Cherry Fanta is, unfortunately, superior to generic cherry. 3. We didn't know how regional generic cherry soda was until we started investigating, but it just goes to show that there's always special things to discover about where you're from. And 4. There's a cherry-flavored syrup still out there, lost in a world of cherry Fanta and patio red cherry. What is it? Why couldn't we find it? Will we ever find it? It's hard to say, but we've been saying this.